I'm 13. I have a forward neck posture. I'm out with my mum in the shops, and my fat rolls are poking through my stomach. It's showing. I feel insecure. Constantly, I'm in my head, overthinking. I'm a video game addict. I'm a junk food addict. I don't know what to do in my life. Fast forward a year, I'm down by 20 kilos. I'm skinny, very, very skinny. I look almost anorexic. And I just came out of the hole after writing a very serious, important exam. I just came out of the hole. And I'm constantly, overthinking everything. I look to the side. Oh, is she thinking about me? Oh, is he thinking about me? Did I fail that test? Oh, I'm just in my mind, constantly overthinking. I get home, try to study for the next exam the next day, and I'm still in my head. Overthinking is a massive problem in our connected modern day society, and usually we go about it just by indulging in these thoughts and giving them our attention and our focus and our energy. We don't know how to cure this overthinking crisis, and when we present this overthinking crisis to higher authorities, they prescribe us with antidepressants that don't even help. In this video, I'll provide you 4 steps, okay? 4 steps to cure your brain of overthinking so that you can focus with clarity. The first step is the mindset. Now, it is so automatic for us to think a thought and then identify with that thought. We become that thought. So if I think angry and anxiety, I will become angry and anxious. So how can we create this distance between thinking the thought and feeling the feeling? Okay? Becoming the thought. Well, we develop this mindset, which is I'll call it the monk mindset or the Buddhist mindset. When they get a thought, okay, and by the way, thinking is not inherently a bad thing. When they get a thought, they simply see the thought as a passing cloud, in the sky that is temporary but not permanent. They see it as that, and they do not see it more than that. They do not make it become their identity. Your identity is, for example, for me, I'm a mud. Okay, my new self-identity is called Phoenix. Okay, we'll talk more about that later once I've shaved off my hair. But that's my new identity. Now, if I think angry, it wouldn't make sense for me to become that anger. It wouldn't make sense. Okay, so that's the mindset. See your thoughts as passing temporary clouds that aren't permanent. Okay, let's talk about step 2, the present moment. Now, the present moment is peak human experience. It is when you feel your happiest. It is when you are most mindful of what's going on. It is when me and you are having conversation and you are dead focused on my eyes and I'm dead focused on your eyes. That's being mindful, okay? Being here and now, okay? The present moment is now, okay? Now, no pun intended. When you are in the present moment, like I said, you feel your best. Ever wondered why holidays feel amazing? It's because you're mindful, you're present, you're here and now with your family, with your friends, your loved ones. Conversely, being not here and now, but somewhere else, that is a recipe for unhappiness, okay? And that is what happens when you overthink. When you overthink, I see you in your class, I see you in your 9-to-5 job, you're in your commute, and you're just in your head. You realize that you're in your head and overthinking, and that makes you angry. Like we said, you feel that anger, you become that anger. Now with the equipped Buddhist monk mindset, why don't we now practice the present moment? So how does this actually work? What's the actionable step from step 2? We get the thought, we realize the thought is just a thought and that's not who we are. And then, after we realize the thought is just a thought, we simply refocus on now. We refocus on the present moment, okay? It is this refocusing that trains our mind to be strong, Okay, we train our biceps and triceps in the gym to be strong. Why don't we train our mind to be strong? Okay, this refocusing on back onto the present moment is what alleviates most of your overthinking problems. Okay, now this I can give you a bonus tip. Okay, which is to meditate back onto the present moment, which I just said. You realize here's I present to you the mindfulness framework. Okay, you wander. Okay, step one, you wander. You think about a memory. Think about someone who bullied you. Then, step two, you realize that you're wandering. Then step three, bring your focus back onto now. There's technically 4 steps. Step 1 is you focus on the present moment. Step 2 is you get an irrelevant thought. Step 3 is you realize you got that irrelevant thought. Step 4, which is the most important part, come back to step 1, refocus on to back to the present moment. Okay? You can extend this to a habit called meditation. So with meditation, the goal is to not think. Okay? The goal is to not. Let me rephrase that. The goal is to refocus. The goal is to you see, most people have a wrong perception about meditation. They think it's all about not thinking. Thinking is a good thing. Thinking is how Einstein developed all his creatives, how Edison became Edison, okay? Why I'm here. Okay? Thinking is good. Being mindless, okay? You drifting and from the present moment. That's bad. Okay. We should shift our mindset of meditation from a habit of just not thinking, which is bad, to a habit of refocusing, which is good. Okay. Now, meditation is the same thing. You pick an anchor for your focus. This may be the birds, this music. Okay. You pick an anchor for your focus. Then you will get an irrelevant thought. Step 2, irrelevant thought. Then you realize you got that irrelevant thought, which is step 3, focus back. Step 4, onto the anchor. That's it about the present moment. Okay. Now let's talk about step 3. What do you actually do when you have this overthinking mind? Okay, we talked about stuff that is preliminary. Okay, stuff that comes before. Okay, in preparation. Okay. Now let's talk about what do you actually do when you start to overthink. Okay, when you start to overthink, you realize you're overthinking. You do what is called the cyclic sigh. I didn't coin the term. Andrew Huberman coined the term. He calls it the physiological sigh, also known as cyclic sigh. So it's a double inhale through the nose and then a long, very smooth exhale through straight lips. So like, here's how it goes. So you do a full inhale, that's 1 through the nose. Then you sneak in a little bit of air on the second inhale. Okay. After that, long, slow exhale through the mouth. So cyclic sigh. Now, when we are in this overthinking state, usually the sympathetic alpha of our nervous system is activated. Our fight-to-fight system, the reason why we survived as primates. Okay, we detect some threat in the environment, our body will get jacked up on those stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline. Acutely, that's good. Chronically, over the long term, that's bad. If we're constantly in this state, okay, then we signal to the good genes in our body to downregulate, Okay, the good genes are responsible for protecting us against diseases and cancers and stuff, and then we signal to the bad genes to upregulate and just get the activity going and stuff. This is bro science. I'm not using the correct terminology. I'll post a video about this chronic stress versus acute stress. I'm learning this from Supernatural Epigenics. Okay, the idea, I'll just give you a short thing. The idea is if we're constantly in this overthinking state, if we're constantly in this overthinking state, if we're constantly stressed, we're living in survival mode. Acutely it's good, chronically it's bad, because all the resources are going towards surviving, okay, and not healing and repairing our body. Now you can see how this is bad in the long term. Okay, you can see how definitely this is bad in the long term. Yeah. So the physiological side has been shown to drastically drop your stress levels and just ground you here and now. Okay, here and now with me. That's the physiological side, the cyclic side. Okay, that's something you do right now when you start overthinking. Okay, step 4, and this is the last step. Okay, so this is the last step, and this is something you could do daily. Okay, daily, to quickly. So you know, like how the sympathetic nervous system, which is fight or flight, and this parasympathetic, which is rest and digest, healing, the body, repair, calm, relaxed, simple. We oscillate from these two, and it is one who knows how to shift from these two states quickly that is the most ideal human. Okay, and step 4 is a daily practice you can do every day to teach yourself how to better shift from parasympathetic to sympathetic to from sympathetic to parasympathetic, from overthinking and just anxious and just anxiety to calm, relaxed, and flowing like water. This is called 4-7-8 breathing. Now, you'll notice a theme in this video. Our breath is very powerful. We can utilize our breath to get us into a survival mode. Wim Hof breathing, hyperventilated breathing, or we can use it to calm ourselves down and act as a way to activate this parasympathetic system we talked about. Under normal conditions, we don't have access to this autonomic nervous system, but through means of breath, more than inhale and exhale, we do have access to the parasympathetic, to the autonomic nervous system. Okay, now let's talk about 4-7-8 breathing. Now, I forgot to mention, through something called respiratory sinus arrhythmia, which is the connection between your heart rate and your breathing. When you inhale, your heart rate increases. When you exhale, your heart rate decreases. Simple. There's more to that, but it's just a simplified version. So the more intentional and vigorous our exhales are, the slower our heart beats, and slower heartbeat in a sense. Okay, slower heartbeat when we're talking about in this context, it means by breathing and stuff, can be linked to feeling much more relaxed and calm. Okay, 4-7-8. Inhale through the nose for 4. Okay, hold for 7. Exhale for 8. So you want to do it now with me? I'll leave a link to the 4-7-8 breathing and the cyclic sign, which is what I do every night before bed. It helps me wind down and shut off this prefrontal cortex, which is involved in thinking and planning and stuff. Dial in on your slow breathing, and trust me, you will dilate. Okay, so let's summarize. Dial in on your slow breathing. Be here and now. Adopt the monk Buddhist mindset. Understand the mindful framework. Meditation is not just about not thinking, it's more than that. And yeah, if you found this video helpful, if you like the way I speak, don't hesitate. scroll down, hit the red button, subscribe button, leave a comment to share how this video helped you, and share this to anyone you think will benefit from this. This makes it more likely that you meet more people like you in your daily life. Okay, over and out.